I am beginning at the driver's side door. Right here are my spare fuses, my tire pressure gauge, my 3 triangles, and a 5-pound ABC fire extinguisher. It is fully charged in the green, has current inspection sticker, and is securely mounted to the floor with the pin in place. If I were hauling hazmat, I would have a 10-pound BC fire extinguisher, and there is also no obstructions on the floor under the pedals. I am now getting in the driver's seat using 3 points of contact. I am checking the seat belt to make sure it is not cut, frayed, or tore. It is not. It locks and unlocks. I am now locking it again. It is secured to the floor on both sides of the seat and to the cab and is properly adjusted to fit me. I am now checking the mirrors, starting at the driver's side door, then both of the tractor hood mirrors and the passenger side mirrors. They are all not cracked, chipped, or damaged. They are all clean and securely mounted and properly adjusted to my sight. I am now checking the windows and windshield to make sure they are clean and not cracked, chipped, or damaged, and there are no obstructions that would impede my vision, such as stickers. There are no items on the dashboard that would obstruct my view. There is also nothing in the overhead that would fall out or distract my driving. The brakes are now set. I am now going to perform a safe start by ensuring the tractor is in neutral, holding the clutch pedal down, and turning the key to auxiliary. The ABS light should go on and go off, and the gauges should cycle. I am now starting the engine, checking for neutral, and letting the clutch out slowly. I am checking the oil pressure to be sure the oil pressure is rising. The oil pressure is currently at blank PSI. I am checking the water temperature gauge to be sure the temperature is rising. It currently reads blank degrees. I am checking the voltmeter gauge to be sure the alternator is charging. It currently reads blank volts. I am checking to see that both air gauges are pressuring up to 120 and 140 psi. The current pressure is reading at blank psi. I am now checking the wipers. I am making sure the sprayer is working and that the wipers are making 100% contact with the windshield. They are not damaged, ripped, torn, cracked, or broken, and are working properly. I am now turning on the heater to ensure the defroster is working and the floor heater is working. They are both working and blowing air. I am now checking my in-cab light indicators to be sure they are working properly. The 4-way flashers, the left and right turn signals, and low and high beam indicators appear to be in working condition. I am checking the city horn and air horn. They are in working order. I am now shutting the tractor off to start my static brake test. Remember, AGR, before you start your static brake test. Push in the clutch, turn the key off and back on to auxiliary. Release the clutch slowly. Put the tractor into any gear you can find. Release both brakes by pushing in the red and yellow knobs. I am now going to start my static brake test. I am going to hold the brake pedal down for 1 minute to ensure I don't lose more than 4 psi of air pressure. Can you please time me for 1 minute? I did not lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute. I am now going to perform my pump down test. I am going to pump the brakes between 80 and 60 psi and the low air warning light should come on. The low air warning light came on at 80 psi. I am now going to keep pumping down between 40 and 20 psi and the trailer brake should set, followed by the parking brake. The parking brake and trailer brake set at 30 psi. I am now performing a safe start to rebuild air pressure for my tug test. The parking brake is set. I am finding neutral, engaging the clutch, and turning the key to auxiliary while the gauges cycle. The low air warning light should go off around 60 to 80 psi, and at 120, 140 psi the governor should pop off. The low air warning light went off at 80 psi, and the governor went off at 140 psi. I am first going to do my parking brake check. I am releasing the trailer brakes, ensuring the parking brake is set, pushing in the clutch, and putting the tractor into gear. I am slowly letting out the clutch to see if the parking brake holds. The parking brake is working properly. I am now going to do my tug test to make sure the trailer is properly coupled and the trailer does not separate from the tractor. The trailer brakes are set and my parking brake is released. I am watching the driver's side mirror as I release the clutch to make sure there is no separation. The trailer is securely attached to the tractor and there was no separation between the tractor and trailer. I am now going to do my foot brake test. I am releasing the trailer and parking brakes. I will push in the clutch and release it, moving forward at 5 miles an hour without touching the steering wheel. I will apply the brakes hard and observe if the tractor moves left or right, which would indicate that the surface brakes are out of adjustment. I am also ensuring that the ABS light does not come on. The tractor did not move left or right, so the brakes appear to be properly adjusted. The parking brake is set. I'm pushing in the clutch, the tractor is in neutral, and I'm turning the engine off. This concludes my in-cab inspection. Would you please help me check all my lights?